She believes in equality, unless you bring up the military draft. Accountability is her kryptonite. Therapists call her a walking gold mine. She thinks sleeping with dozens of men empowers her, and even the men she sleeps with agree. She shouts her abortions, and let's just say she shouts a lot. She's a happiness coach, even though she's miserable. She was taught there's over 70 genders in college, and it costs tens of thousands of dollars to learn. She self-diagnoses and likes telling everyone about it. She hates when men objectify women's bodies, but for $4.99 a month, you can objectify hers. She calls herself a boss-ass bitch. Others just call her a bossy bitch. She has a lot of cats, but not nearly as many as she will have. She has a dad, but she doesn't really talk to him. He doesn't think we live in World War II Germany. No, she thinks we live in an even worse time and place. She nags to go on podcasts to debate, and then sues them when she loses. Her OnlyFans is worth less than a McDonald's breakfast. She likes black men until they display misogyny. Then she calls the cops, who are all bastards, by the way. She is the most feminist woman in the world.
Ladies, it is time to be in your hoe phase. That's right. Happiness over everything. Don't you dare settle. Don't you dare crack. Your happiness and your peace is literally the most important thing in your life right now. Love ya.
If you need permission to have a hoe phase, this is it. Go do it. I don't care. No judgment. As long as you're not hurting other people, do whatever the fuck you want. Don't lead people on and make them think that you want more than you actually do just so you can keep them around. That's selfish. Be clear about your intentions from the get-go. All healthy relationships, even casual ones, are based on consent. And take care of yourself too. Keep checking in with yourself to make sure you're not just trying to escape reality or mask some.
Ugly girls and hoes created the feminism movement. I'm not gonna lie.
Right to the point.
Realistically, if you think about it, every time you are out and you see a pretty girl and she has an ugly friend with her, what does that ugly friend do? She instantly jumps into lesbian defense mode because she is an ugly Betty.
Yeah.
The bitch is jealous. So when you try to talk to the cute girl, the ugly friend usually is like, leave her alone. She hates men. It's like, nah, bitch, you hate men. Back the fuck up. You know what I mean? And she will keep going. And you've seen videos where the cute friend will even tell the ugly friend, like, no, it's cool. And she still will be like, absolutely the fuck not. Because
yeah, it's the classic fridge guarding the snacks mentality. And it's a form of mate guarding.
Excuse me, I just crossed the street to tell you how beautiful you are.
Thank you.
Is that a sign?
No, she's married and has a baby.
What?
She's married and has a baby.
Do me a favor. Shut the fuck up.
Do you want to pay for all the bills?
Nah, it's okay. Don't worry. I didn't ask you.
It's a form of mate guarding. Women don't really compete directly. They tend to compete more by sabotaging each other. That's why there are such things as frenemies. Like, there are women that'll hang around other women that they don't actually like. It's because they slowly try to sabotage that woman sometimes. It's the reason why the body positivity movement is so popular, yet if you tell a woman that she's fat, she won't take it as a positive. You know, a woman will tell you all day that Lizzo is attractive, but if you told her that she looked like Lizzo, then it'd be an issue because it's a form of mate guarding. They want to lower other women's sexual market value by acting like they're just trying to give them compliments for the sake of confidence. It's another reason also why if you're a guy and you have a woman or a wife and she has friends that are promiscuous, you have to be very careful with your wife being around those types of women, because if those types of women don't actually have your wife's best interest in mind, they will convince her to do things to sabotage her relationship. It's the reason why older women who have had a high body count or who have had a hoe phase will tell younger women to have a hoe phase. Is simply just mate guarding. And there's actually been studies that talk about this type of stuff. Like women who go into salons, if other women see them as competition, they'll tell them to cut their hair shorter to make them less attractive to the men around them.
If you're a woman, has another woman ever told you to cut your hair shorter? Well, science says that she probably wasn't giving you friendly advice, which were the findings from this study that shows competitive women advised other women to cut off more of their hair as a form of subtle sabotage when they perceive them as equally attractive. This happens because women manipulate each other to lower the attractiveness of their rivals. And the wild part is that it's not about men, it's not about getting attention, and it's not even about dating. Women do this even when there are no men around. It's just women competing with other women, all for the sake of knocking each other down.
She's not getting that same attention. So in the ugly girl's mind, men are evil, men are aggressive, men are everything bad because she can't fucking get the one she wants. You know what I mean? And so she deflects that onto her cute friend. And so then you also have another subcategory. So you have ugly girls, you have hoes. Hoes build a reputation for themselves. They're sleeping around, they're collecting babies, they're collecting bodies. The bitches just don't stop. And so after they're done living their whole life, now they're coming and looking for a man to save them, and no man is willing to save them. So again, they create the same agenda. Men are evil, men are monsters, men are selfish. No, you bitches are just two unlikable categories, and you bitches are going to attract what you put out, which is bullshit.
Especially the women that are promiscuous, that are around those, like especially women who are specifically in sex work. You're going to be surrounded by the worst types of men, so that's the type of men that you're going to see, and then you're going to reflect that and push that onto other women. And you'll see this even with popular women, even with famous women. Women like Cardi B, for example, she just recently got pregnant with a guy who she's just talking to as a boyfriend, and in the comments of her videos with her pregnant stomach as she's still twerking, there will be women that have been in those same situations and scenarios trying to convince other women that this situation and scenario is optimal, knowing that no person who has anybody who has kids knows how hard it is to raise kids, let alone raise a kid in a situation where you're alone as a single mother. So why do these women who know how hard it is in that situation try to convince other women to be also in that situation? It's a form of mate sabotage.
So with that being that, it just grew so big with them just constantly projecting that message over and over and over, because hoes can be pretty. So you have girls that are pretty, but they're hoes. And so you see them being pretty and hating men, and then another girl jumps on because she's pretty and she hates men. Then you see an ugly girl, she's ugly and she hates men. Then another ugly girl jumps on and she's ugly and she hates men. And it just keeps fucking going. And it doesn't fucking make sense, because at the end of the day, everybody wants to compete with men until it's actually time to fucking come down and compete. They don't want to pay their own fucking bills. They don't want to change those fucking tires. That's the thing. Women feel like there is a competition where men don't see us as competition. They don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Like you'll see these things where people are like, there's a gender war between men and women. Not really. There's a bunch of delusional women that give delusional takes, and men respond to those delusional takes by talking about and laughing and mocking about how silly those takes are. Like the bear versus the man versus the bear situation in the woods. We obviously know that that's peak female delusion, and men aren't really in a gender war against women. We just like to mock their delusional talking points and debunk them because it's funny.
You can't compete with something where you don't fucking compare. Women realistically don't do shit. Like, we cook, we clean, but men can also do that. A man, if he really needed to, he could cook a fucking meal. He could clean a fucking house. A woman, no matter how, I mean, she would have to put some real logic together to fucking change a tire. Like, that's gonna take some fucking work. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure there's women that can do it, but I for sure am not one. If you take 10 men, they could cook and clean a house. If you take 10...
Well, I wouldn't say that women don't do anything, especially a woman who's family oriented. She can give you and help you build a family, and that's a very valuable thing to a man who's trying to acquire resources, because for a lot of men, what's the point of acquiring your resources and doing the things you need to do unless it's to eventually provide for a family? So I wouldn't say that women don't do anything, but I do think it's weird how the one thing that differentiates women and their superpower and the thing that they're really good at, the thing that they're literally the only beings on the planet that can do, and that's give birth to human life. Feminism has told women that they should deny their biology in order to pursue capitalism, which doesn't make sense. And you'll find that feminism, a lot of it isn't really even man-hating. Man-hating is just collateral damage. It's mostly just anti-family nonsense. Feminism tells women to go against their biology. For example, they know they're never going to convince women, especially heterosexual women, to not be with men. So they tell women, don't submit to men, but it's okay for a man to put your ankles behind your head. Isn't that the most submissive position a person could ever be in? Another example, feminists don't have a problem with a woman saying that her man doesn't allow her to do certain things. For example, if she goes, My man doesn't allow me to pump gas. They'll go slay queen. My man doesn't allow me to open up doors. My man doesn't allow me to pay the bill. All of that is slay queen. But my man doesn't allow me to go at night into random bars at 3 a.m. with drunk men with skimpy clothes on. All of a sudden it's suppression. But yeah, feminism at its core is really just anti-family, and man-hating is collateral damage.
Women to change oil or to change a fucking tire or even to even help you out in the fucking rain. Umbrella, a chair, nothing. We just be like little bobbleheads walking around. So it just, I mean, that's where I think it came from. When I really sit back and think of it, ugly women and hoes created the feminist
Absolutely.
movement.
She's absolutely right. Single women keep women single, and it's because misery loves company. When you walk into an appointment late or a meeting late or class late, it always helps when somebody walks in late with you, because misery does love company. It's just the truth. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or L, and give me the HBO special. That's a help brother out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.